So we are live, and it looks like the microphone's working now. Welcome to a Friday. We're going to be talking today about fasting. Fasting. Could fasting actually be a tool in the fight against cancer? Really? We're going to start here in 1 second. The information you hear on the Nutrition Shop Health Talk with Dr. Len is strictly educational and is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease. Any healthcare decision should be discussed with your health professional. And now, here is Dr. Len. So we're going to talk about fasting. We're going to talk about its fight against cancer and a new article that just came out from MIT after our national anthem. Just want to let you know that tomorrow morning show at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, we're going to be talking about pro-resolving mediators, specialized pro-resolving mediators in the fight against COVID. So COVID's still on our minds, still out there, still an issue. So we're going to be talking about that and much, much more on tomorrow's morning's Saturday show at 9 a.m. MIT researchers have outlined the importance of nutrient availability in cancer cell development. As a study suggests, a calorie-reduced diet restricts fatty acid availability that is linked to tumor growth. MIT, a very, very traditional facility. In a newly published research, the team highlighted findings that not only suggest caloric restriction starves tumors of lipids, but also impairs the process that allows them to adapt to this dietary intervention. Could fasting, and I'm talking about intermittent fasting, 24-hour fasting, those kind of issues. There's a lot of evidence that diet can affect how fast your cancer progresses. He goes on to say, but this is not a cure, said Matthew Vander Heiden, director of MIT's Institute for Integrative Cancer Research. While the findings are provocative, further studies needed, of course. Experts reacted with caution to the findings with the use of mice models and focused on only 2 cancer cell types as reasons for future research. The experimental aspects of this study were carried out in mice and warrant further validation in a clinical setting to evaluate the impact of dietary interventions on patient outcome, said George Poulogiannis, leader of the group. This type of study has limitations and cannot tease out the effect and cause meaning of other factors that could influence a patient's survival. In other words, if you are a cancer patient and I say to you, why don't we do intermittent fasting 3 days a week? What do I mean? I mean, can we eat dinner in the evening on Monday? So we're now into Tuesday. We say no breakfast, no lunch, we'll eat dinner. And we got to make sure that that dinner is sufficient enough income into the body to take care of keeping us alive and well. Along with the colleagues from the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston, the study focused on a normal, calorically restricted diet and a ketogenic diet, the fatty diet, on pancreatic tumors. Average daily food consumption by weight and calories was measured over 3 days. Links between the low-carb diet and macronutrients and pancreatic cancer survival rates were also studied in 1,165 patients. Findings revealed that both diets reduced the amount of sugar available to the tumors. Oh my God, is this traditional medicine saying that cancer consumes sugar? But also, the calorie-restricted diet reduced the availability of fatty acids. According to the research team, this was likely inhibiting tumor growth. Likely. Can't find the cause and effect yet. Analysis of the human data found the type of fat consumed may influence how a patient on a low-sugar diet will fare after a pancreatic cancer diagnosis. Although the researchers add the data is not complete enough to draw any conclusions about the diet's effect. The purpose of these studies isn't necessarily to recommend a diet. Why not? But to really understand the underlying biology, said MIT postdoc Evan Lien, the lead author of the paper. This paper, by the way, appeared in a journal called Nature. This provides some sense of the mechanism of how these diets work and can lead to rational ideas on how we might mimic those situations for cancer therapy. However, Paul Farrow, professor of cancer epidemiology at the University of Cambridge, said this, quote, the authors suggest that their findings are supported by an analysis of survival in an individual with pancreatic cancer. However, this component of the study is described very briefly, so it cannot be properly evaluated. It thus does not provide meaningful evidence that a caloric restriction diet would be of any value in people with pancreatic cancer. What a downer he is. The facts are right in front of you, Doc. Lipid shortages impair tumor growth. Lipid shortages impair tumor growth as cancer cells need lipids to construct their cell membranes. Inhibit the lipids, inhibit tumor growth. What do you think about this, Doc? Paul Farrow? When lipids aren't available in tissue cells, cells can make their own, which require the right balance of saturated and unsaturated fats in the diet. High unsaturated, low saturated. Here an enzyme called steroyl CoA desaturase is required, converting saturated fatty acids into unsaturated fatty acids. Mice on the caloric restricted diet, however, couldn't get any fatty acids from their diet or produce their own. In these mice, tumor growth slowed significantly. Caloric restricted, couldn't get any fatty acids from their diet or produce their own. Tumor growth slowed significantly. And this is in a very advanced form called pancreatic cancer. Dr. Dwayne Meller, registered dietitian and senior teaching fellow at the Aston Medical School, said this, it's important to consider that the tumors were from cells added under the skin of mice and not cancers that are linked to and developed in actual organs. Like it matters if you enhanced pancreatic cancer in a mouse, it matters where its impetus point was. You know, there's a lot of downers in this. They don't want to believe, and I will say this, in all the years that I've been working with anybody in the field of oncology, very rarely do we see any oncologist buying the fact that cancer has anything to do with diet at all. At all. Here's a little piece of my buffered vitamin C. Hey everybody, I want to talk to you for just a minute about our most popular product called buffered vitamin C. It has a myriad of biological functions. Vitamin C helps toward collagen formation for many body tissues, including skin, gums, teeth, cartilage around joints. It enhances the absorption of iron in the body, and so involved in energy metabolism, and contributes to reduction of tiredness and fatigue. Vitamin C is the required coenzyme for two groups of enzymes that catalyze the cross-linking of collagen fibers. Vitamin C is essential for normal wound healing, capillary health. Also participates in the biosynthesis of carnitine, serotonin, that key neurotransmitter, and certain other neurotransmitters, including norepinephrine. Vitamin C, our buffered forms, water-soluble, chain-breaking antioxidant that reacts directly with superoxide, hydroxy radicals, and singlet oxygen. Vitamin C interacts with glutathione and alpha-lipoic acid and regenerates vitamin E. Now, our prep also has bioflavonoids in there, called flavonoids, a class of phytochemicals that are potent antioxidants as well, which scavenge many potentially damaging free radicals. This well-designed product can allow a large dose of ingredients to be taken in a single serving. The organic food acid combines with the carbonate source to form potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium salts of the acid and buffers the solution to a normal pH, so it's easy on the stomach. Clinical studies performed on a variety of these types of products demonstrate that the ingredients, listen to this, penetrate the bloodstream within as little as 15 minutes. Buffered forms of vitamin C. I've said it over and over again. If I was stranded on a desert island and I couldn't take anything else with me, I'd have my buffered forms of vitamin C. You can find that on our website at thenutritionshop.net or call our office at 678-228-8900. That's 678-228-8900. Take care. And again, that number to reach our staff, 678-228-8900. If you want to set up your own personal consulting time with me or our staff, do that by calling that number. You can find out a lot more about us at our website at thenutritionshop.net, thenutritionshop.net. Don't forget to be with us tomorrow, bright and early, 9 a.m. And no, it's not funny. We will be with you and continue to drive good information into your hands each and every day. God bless you, folks. We'll see you back here soon. Take care.